watching the Evercade Effect.
Hey everybody, this is Ed from the Evercade Effect, and no, the title is not clickbait. We're going to talk about, is 2024 the worst year in Evercade? And now that we've gotten to see everything in December, I think this is important. So just hang with me here. Before we talk about 2024 roadmap, which I did have to go ahead and modify because Blaze has been they've been slacking on it and all that. Let's look at the 2023 roadmap. I want to refresh anyone's memory to see what we had in 2023. So let's take a quick look at that. All right. So 2023, right out of the gate in April, we're going strong with Topolin 2 collection. That was fantastic. Fine. C64 collection 2. You know how I feel about computer collections. They're kind of mid depending. I've had fun. But then again, if they're your favorite collections, I don't want to take away from that. But still, we have a strong cart with not a strong cart. Then we have the Team 17 Amiga collection, which actually I rather enjoyed. So then, role reversal. And then we have, Pico, which was, we had Pico, which was all right. Pico 3, which is all right. Pico Arcade, which I really enjoyed. Sydney Hunter, I thought was really enjoyed. And all these releases were on time, every 2 months. April, May, August, September, another Amiga collection, which was kind of mid. But Sunsoft collection, strong. October was great. We had both Full Void and Computer Heroes Collection 1. Both really strong collections. And then we had the best collection, in my opinion, Duke Nukem 1, because we had the remaster of Duke Nukem 1 and 2. And, Duke Nukem 3D, the PlayStation version, which was okay. And then Duke Nukem Collection 2, they're still fun to be had. I really enjoyed Duke Nukem Advance. And then Good Boy Galaxy with the Astro Bros. That was friggin' amazing. And then early in 2024, we had Indie Heroes Collection 3 to start off strong. So this was a banger of a year. Yes, it started off a little bit slow, kind of, but then there was the buildup, right? Like after, with Pico Arcade and Pico 3, we had a lot of Pico, kind of a lot of computer. Boom, it went strong into Sunsoft 1. And it was a really good balance. So I want to remind everybody, this is what we had last year. It was a really good balance. We had some bangers. Full Void was a fantastic indie game. I was really happy with it. This was a fantastic and a great year for Evercade. So I wanted to remind. I think that was important. Now let's go ahead and let's fast forward to 2024. I went ahead and I updated this, and I made this a more accurate list. Unfortunately, since you can't pre-order the September or November carts, the assets aren't there. So I had to grab whatever Blaze put up. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. And, you may see maybe or maybe not why I say this is the worst year in Evercade. Not to say by any means that these carts were bad. I'm just saying compared to last year, compared to the years before, I kind of want to dive in and go into why. So we did start off strong in April, with Sunsoft 2, right? That was awesome. Pico 4 wasn't as bad, I think, as some people are making it out to be. I had some enjoyment, like Skulljagger, Christmas, and all those kind of games. But still, again, it was a balance, right? Like I noticed that Blaze, they'll put a computer collection with another one. They won't do two computer collections together. Because I think they know that that's more for a specific audience. Again, I still had some fun with that. So then we kind of go ahead and we look at going all the way back, to April, and then of course we skip May, and then June. Okay, so then normally, we should have had the next carts to be June. Fine. We were supposed to get Tomb Raider and Thamos in July. We've had nothing in July. And so now towards August, 4 months. So that is the biggest ever delay in carts that we've had. And one of my number one constructive feedback or criticisms of Blaze, I understand there's supply chain issues and all that. However, Rich from Bacon Ice Cream Productions on last Evercast brought up something really important, I think. He was saying that, well, if they've been using, let's say, the same supplier for the last few years, which I probably have, and they've been running into these issues, maybe they need to change to a new supplier, right? Because clearly this isn't working. And then I had brought up, well, does Blaze own the molds, or do the factory own the molds? Would it cost them too much money to make new molds for the carts, new molds for the EXP? Because sometimes that can be costly. But I think they need to do something, because this was already a big enough gap as it was, which is really disappointing. That there was that much of a gap, and then we had 4 months. So yeah, that's why the Katie sad face is there. And then now here in August, right now. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get Tomb Raider and Thalmos, which is fantastic, right? So really, we should have gotten sooner, because I know there were quite a few people out there that they don't like the Pico collections, they don't like the computer collections. I get that. For me, I always like to give everything a chance, right? But again, they don't put 2 blue carts together, which I think is really, really good, because it's not for everybody. Same with they won't put 2 Pico collections. When they're releasing a different or odd collection that they kind of know that's not for everybody, Blaze won't put them together, which I think is good. So this month of August, another strong release: Tomb Raider, Sunsoft 2. So far, 2 really strong releases. Thalmos, and again, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad collection, and there will be fun to have. I think I just don't think it's going to be as strong per se. But all right, so now what we also have in August is the VSR. That hasn't been ever delayed. We're still going to get the VSR at the end of the month. For me, it doesn't affect me personally, because I already have a VS. However, I think it's great that Blaze got the cost down for that, and the EXPR, which sadly is getting pushed out. Okay, so now August, now September. So great. So now we don't have as much of a wait. It was weird. We had a 4-month wait. Now we just have a month wait exactly for 2 more carts. So that kind of, I guess, makes up for it. But man, though, between April and August, that was one hell of a wait. It really was. Again, I can't say for me that was disappointing, but whatever. Let's move on. So September, now we have 2 bangers, right? 2 arcade collections, which is smart. Unless somebody is just purposely going to comment now to be contrarian, I've never somebody say, "Oh my God, I can't believe we're getting more arcade. I don't like arcade. Don't give us no more arcade." Arcade is the one collection that all of us retro gamers identify that we want more of. We love that. So 2 bangers, Topolin 3. Oh my God! Unless you don't like shoot 'em ups for some strange reason, that's fantastic. And then Data East 2. Data East 1 was I think one of my favorite all-time arcade collections. That is so good. And we get Data East 2. We're looking forward to that. So September, that's a banger of them. Actually, not going to lie, I think I'm looking more forward to September than I am August, because we're getting 2 arcade carts. Oh, but then again, I'm going to go ahead and stream the hell out of Tomb Raider and Thalmos. That'll still be a lot of fun. All right. So then now we have the EXPR and then the grip. And I chose to put the white grip there. Otherwise, I don't think you would see it as much, even though, yes, they do have both white and black for those of you like myself who have the special edition EXP. So you're going to get both the styles of grips. Are pushed out to November, along with the XPR. They had made a post. They had found some issues, and they had to redo it. And then when I went to stream last, no, not streaming. Sorry, things blur. On Evercast, Genejoke pointed out that they said that the reason why the grips are being delayed is because they were being shipped to the EXPRs, to save money. And I get that. So that makes sense that was pushed out. Okay. So now in November, we have the EXPR, the grip, and then we have the 2 Evercade Alphas, the Street Fighter, Mega Man, for those of you who ordered, all of those. So that's fantastic. So then in addition to that, for November's carts, we also have the Bitmap Brothers and Legacy of Kain. Yeah! So November is going to be a really busy month. For those of you who've ordered, a lot of hardware and cards, lots of play. That's a good month. I'm really looking forward to Legacy of Kain. My God, especially Blood Omen, the first one, that RPG, and I think Soul Reaver is going to be great. Bitmap Brothers looks like it's going to have a really good Amiga collection of games. For me personally, I'm just haven't been a huge fan of the C64 games. Not the fault of that system. It just Blaze really hasn't been able to get like the really good game licenses. However, it appears with Amiga they have been able to get those licenses for those games. Same with same with the Computer Heroes. So yeah, that looks promising. Legacy of Kain looks really promising. And then we don't know what December is. So really why I say this is like the weakest year, because this has been the slowest start that we had gone off, that we have had, right? I think for me, my two favorite years for Evercade was the very first year when I got the 10-pack. And I had all those carts and they were coming out and we got like Lynx and Xenocrisis and it was really exciting and really new. And then the second favorite year is when the VS hit. Oh my God, that was awesome. We actually had like the console that you could just plug into the TV and have a controller. And then the special edition came with 6 carts. So we got overloaded with carts, right? So I was really happy about that. But yeah, for me personally, this was the worst year for Evercade. We're getting a lot of good stuff, but my God, from April to August, that was just a little bit ridiculous. That was just really, really, really sad. Now from August to September, November, December, then it's like boom, 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 boom. And maybe in December, who knows? Maybe Blaze could redeem themselves, like coming out with a couple of bangers. I kind of suspect, I'm hoping that those carts aren't planned out from the years. What I suspect is they're kind of what ifs. Like maybe Blaze is trying to get, maybe what if we could get Sega license? What if we could get a Konami license? What if we could get an SNK or Activision license? I think those are up in the air. I don't think those are set in stone. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm hoping. I have faith in Blaze. They're going to deliver something really unexpected like that. But it's just a very slow start. Personally, what I would have done, I would have started off the year strong. I would have announced the Evercade Alpha. I would have put the arcade carts, and then kind of gone from there. Then that way, with the delays, it might not have been as bad. I mean, sure, yeah, we did have the Indie Heroes 3, which was good, coming off of last year. But still, yeah, I think this is the weakest year. Because think about it, last year we also had a showcase. Oh, it really went over, showed all the carts and everything on their glory. I don't understand why we don't have that this year and why Blaze did away with that, because the year before they also had a showcase. I thought that was a very phenomenal way to do things. Plus, don't forget, last year we also had a remaster, which was Duke Nukem 1 and 2. And yes, while the game didn't have save states, you could basically save anytime you wanted. So really, that functionality was built in it. They did a phenomenal job on the remaster. I know they picked up that project that was already started. I think Crow said back in 2016, something early on. So, but still though, it is difficult to live up to that hype. I was really hoping that this year we would get another remaster. I was hoping that would be a trend, and we'd get some other native port game like Full Void, right? Who knows? There's still 2 more carts. Those 2 more slots available. We could still possibly see that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, what do you think? Was this the worst year in Evercade? Was there a year that you think was worse than this? Was this the best year of Evercade for you? What was your best year of Evercade? I'd really like to know. And if you happen to stumble in here between the YouTube verse, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow the channel. I stream several times a week. I have a podcast, an Evercade podcast. I do breaking news and all those awesome things. And that would really help me out. If you do want to further support the channel, I also have memberships. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye-bye. Thanks, Crashline, Mr. Shua, Immortal Sojourn, Sucker MC, Ember Cummings, Joe Whitlash.